For 16 years, the San Francisco Art and Film Teen Film Workshop has been teaching students the art and craft of filmmaking. Our first goal is to make sure each student is given a comprehensive education in film history. We do this in two ways. Each workshop starts with a screening of a film, followed by discussion. This not only familiarizes our students with films and filmmakers they might not otherwise discover, but helps them to develop their critical thinking skills and gives them a vocabulary to express their own ideas about film.
The plot of the movie was obviously very loose and it's not very traditionally structured at all. But I think part of the subtlety of the movie is what really made it powerful for me.
Students are also asked to attend Cine Club, Art and Film's weekly film screening program. This means students have watched and discussed up to 50 important films in a single school year. Another way we teach is through Cornerstones of Filmmaking, an 8-part series created by Ronald Chase specifically for the workshop. Each episode takes a specific tool of filmmaking, point of view for example, and uses excerpts from classic and contemporary films to show how different directors use it to great effect. Other subjects include visual concepts, montage, shaping and orchestrating, symbols and metaphor, music, and sound. Following each lesson, students are asked to make a 2-minute film on their own that illustrates their understanding that week's lesson. These exercise films are reviewed and critiqued by the workshop, giving students an opportunity to improve their technique before beginning work on more complex projects. Over the course of the year, the workshop employs a wide variety of techniques to develop the skills necessary to make a film. One early activity might be making a group film, allowing beginning students to work collaboratively and learn from our more advanced students. Another week, students will develop their eye for composition and visual storytelling by studying still photographs.
In the corner, there's this image that pulls you around to this cup. And the black space pulls you around to the image on the right. And we're looking at the people in the middle. But it works like that.
Every year in the film workshop, we go through the same basic process. We try and start out with a kernel, which is just a basic idea, just an outline. You just want a kernel so that you can put your ideas onto paper.
This is, all the info in one scene with 3 characters, and that's your lead-in.
And from the kernel, we'll move to the treatment. The treatment is a little bit more elaborate. It just involves everything that we'll see in the movie and a basic sense of what the dialogue's going to look like. And from there, we'll move on to a script. So a script is an even more elaborate version of a kernel. It has all the dialogue, all the actions. It's a thought-out idea. After the script, we learn how to storyboard. We're taught very basic techniques to help us put the images in our head on paper so that we can show others what we're thinking the movie might look like. This is very helpful just to make sure everyone's on the same page. So then we shoot the movie. There's usually about 5 or 6 students on set and a mentor to supervise them. And it takes us usually about 2 days to make a 5-minute movie. And from there, we'll move on to editing.
They learn all of the software and the technical parts of editing, but we try and teach that there are many different stages to a film. There's one version of that they have originally and they write it. When they edit the end, that's a completely new film and they have to learn to accept that new version and be able to let go of your previous ideas.
The Teen Film Workshop's track record is exemplary. This past year, its students' films were selected and screened by over a dozen national film festivals. Its students have entered many of the finest film schools, including Tisch, UCLA, USC, Sarah Lawrence, and Oberlin, and European film schools in Belgium, Germany, and France.
Every year, our films get into at least 10 festivals, which means that we get to go around the country and we get to sit in these movie theaters and watch our movies on the big screen. with other filmmakers, with professionals. It's really exciting to see your work like that. After the screenings, I'll go and I'll talk to the other filmmakers, or I'll talk to the professionals who are there, and it's helping me be a lot more articulate about just filmmaking in general, because I don't know these people and they don't know me, but we share the different techniques and that filmmakers used and what was successful and what wasn't, and I've been able to grow as a filmmaker. And I think that I can take this experience beyond filmmaking, and just that I'm able to look at art in general and express what I feel about it.
Many of our alumni have finished film school and are now beginning to produce significant work, both in this country and internationally. Much of these successes can be attributed to our unique and comprehensive approach to film education.